Hi everybody, Lucretia here. For those of you who are just coming across me for the first time, I'm an author and a psychic facilitator. And what that means is I help women and sometimes men connect to and manage their intuitive and psychic gifts instead of those gifts managing them, so they can then step out and live their purpose with ease and grace. I've actually been offline for a couple of weeks since before Christmas, and I just took some time out, and I was also creating something that's really special to me, and it's still kind of just finalizing at the moment, just coming to the boil, and I just wanted to get on today and talk about that. But before I do that, I wanted to have a chat about how your energy can actually affect the people around you. Because what you will read a lot when you, if you are energetically sensitive, an empath or psychic, you will see a lot of people talking about how other people's energy can affect you because you are so sensitive. And that is absolutely true. It can sometimes affect you, and it will affect you even more if your energetic field is unmanaged. But what you don't hear a lot of is how your energy can affect other people as well, right? Because it's not just coming towards you, it's also what you put out. And one of the best examples I can give you of this, about how your energy is so powerful, is a few months back I had an altercation with someone, and it made me feel really pissed off. Like, I was really not a happy girl. And about half an hour after I had this altercation with this person, I had to go and visit some friends who had a newborn baby. And of course, I was really excited to see this little one. She's gorgeous. But I was still feeling really about this altercation with this person. And so that energy was in me, that energy. And you know what was really interesting to me is this little baby, who I was so excited to see. I picked her up and she was completely calm. And then as I brought her towards me, do you know what happened? She started to cry. Hello, whoever you are, say hi. She started to cry and become quite agitated when before she had been completely calm. And that was when I realized, hang on, she can feel me, because children are so energetically sensitive. They are so open. They can feel everything. And so at that point I went, well, I don't want this little baby to be feeling my rage and my upset and my feeling so pissed off. So I went back into myself and went, okay, come back into center, Lou. Calm the heck down. Come back into your heart and breathe. And do you know what the really interesting thing was? Is that as soon as I did that, the very second I came back into my heart, that little baby I was holding stopped crying, just like that. And she was completely calm again. So that's a really good example of how your energy can affect other people around you. Because this is something else that it's so important to realize, is that when you are very strong energetically, when you are energetically sensitive, it's not also always about you being impacted by the external. It's also about your capacity to push things out, because you have power. And this is something that I struggled with for a really long time. I guess in a lot of ways I didn't want to own my power. I didn't want to acknowledge that I had this responsibility, that I was strong, that I was powerful, and that I wasn't just a victim of what was going on and being pushed onto me. I actually had power within me. And then once I acknowledged that and I was aware of it, I then had to be responsible for how I use it. And this happens a lot. It doesn't just happen with that baby situation. Although as a parent, if you're watching this, you will maybe stop and have a bit of a think and realize that how you feel, your kids pick it up even before you say anything. Even before they can speak, they are aware of your energy, because you're the one they're spending the most time around. And this works in the workplace as well. You know, if you have a boss who is a really highly anxious, stressful person to be around, that is going to rub off on you and the rest of her team or his team, because that's how it works. And then it comes off on you, and then it returns back to them, and it becomes this cycle. So I really want to encourage you to be so aware of this, and be aware that as an energetic being, because that is what you are an energetic being having a physical experience, you have the capacity to influence the people around you with how you push out your energy, just as much as they have the capacity to influence your energy if your energetic space is unmanaged. Hey Annette, how you doing, honey? And that brings me to the second purpose of today's video, which is, if this kind of stuff interests you, if you are energetically sensitive, if you feel like that's pushing you around, if you want to know more about how you can manage your own energy, how you can be more grounded, if you want to learn how to use crystals, if you want to learn how to read cards, if you want to learn all the basics that you need to start managing your gifts, so you can start leveraging them, so you can really step out there with so much more ease and grace and start living your purpose and creating the change on this planet that you are here to create, then I am going to invite you to be part of my first ever No, I'm Not a Weird Hippie Chick program. Now, why the name? Well, when I went through my psychic awakening, which is about 6 years ago, I had a lot of conflict within me, because I like my stiletto shoes, thank you very much, honey, and I like my makeup, and I like to go out, and I like all those things that in my mind didn't match up with what being a psychic was. In my mind, being a psychic meant that you had to live off-grid, you had to be more of a hippie type person, and while there's nothing wrong with that, I just knew that wasn't for me. And so I really struggled with the whole psychic awakening process, and I had so much resistance because I didn't want to be that kind of person. But of course, what I realized is that you can be whoever the fuck you want to be, but the most important thing is that you learn how to manage your gifts so you can step out and do what you're here to do. So, my first ever No, I'm Not a Weird Hippie Chick group program, what's it all about? It starts on the 21st of February. It is 6 weeks. It is online. I'll be doing a live class every Wednesday night. We'll be doing groundedness, what it even means to be grounded. Because I've got to tell you, most people don't have a clue. And when you are energetically sensitive and you are ungrounded, that is just asking for trouble. And one of the main ways this will show up is in a lot of chronic anxiety. So if that's you, maybe this program's for you. We'll also be covering how energy works. So just like the stuff I talked about earlier in this video, how energy will affect you, how your energy can affect other people, how you can learn to discern the difference, what's yours, what's theirs, how you can tune in, all these different types of things, how you can really connect into the messages of the universe and the messages that your intuition is giving you. I'll also be covering crystals and tarot cards and all those different types of things that the tools that you need so you can start doing what you're here to do. I'm really excited about this program. It really is the foundations that I wish that I had been taught, that I wish I knew about when I started my psychic journey. Because let's face it, when you start to hear things that other people can't hear, when you start to see things other people can't, when you can taste it, when you can smell it, when you can feel it in your body, this stuff can really freak you out. And you know what? It completely freaked me out. And I simply did not have the groundwork, the understanding, the basics to help me navigate that process. And as a result, it was really rough for me. It was quite traumatic at times. It was fucking scary at times because I didn't have a clue what was happening. I actually thought I was losing my mind, but I wasn't. I just had the capacity to sense things that weren't in the physical. So what I really want to do with this first program is to help you to learn how to manage these things for yourself, to give you the groundwork so you can really manage it, understand how it works. It's just so important. Now, I'm going to be talking more about this over coming weeks. As I said, it kicks off on the 21st. You can do it from anywhere in the world. It's live every night, then you have every Wednesday night, and then you'll have access to those recordings for the rest of your life. There's going to be a guidebook, there's going to be worksheets to help embed your learning. It's going to be really exciting, and you're going to meet other women like you. Now, there is an early bird price, which means you will have to pay by the end of this month. And if that interests you, then let me know, get in touch, send me a PM on Facebook, and I will have a chat to you and have a bit of a feeling for whether or not this is the right kind of program for you. Hey Summer, please get in touch if this interests you. I'd love to have a chat, and as I said, there'll be more about this in coming days. But wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope that even without this Hey Michael, that you are learning how to tune more and more into yourself every day. And I can't wait to see what you do next. Take care, and I will talk to you all again really soon. Bye for now.